Guess what I'm doing today? Animation. We're doing an animation stream. I'm working on the same thing that I was working on last animation stream, which was however many weeks ago, I don't remember. Yeah, it's the oneyplays thing. And I've done a bit of progress on it since the last stream. Right now I'm just, yeah. So, like, last stream we were right here? Yeah, we ended right here, right? And this stream, we're over here. Yes, and I also got some of this done. Don't even worry about that. So yeah, at the 10 second mark. Very cool, very cool. And so we're just gonna be taking more chunks out of it. We're not gonna finish it this stream. It'd be awesome if we did, but we won't. But yeah, we'll see how much progress we made. Right now I'm just trying to fill out the frames from here to here. Yeah, so I guess let's work on that, right? Yeah, I do want it to be very choppy because it's kind of a fast movement. Yeah, you get it. You get it. Nice. Pauline couldn't join us today because she is busy, but don't even worry about that. Don't even worry about that. We'll manage. We'll manage. We're doing fine. I got some chai tea with me that I made. Same as before. I've been watering it down more and more each time, which honestly, I'm okay with. As well as some dots. You know about dots? A little candy. Yeah. So, basically, right, since I'm sure everyone at this point is aware of, you know, the coronavirus going on, I'm pretty sure, and my whole family is pretty sure, hi, Kumamushi, very good to see you, right, but this Halloween I'm pretty sure is going to be cancelled, like the whole trick-or-treating thing, and so, because of that, since we still want to celebrate Halloween somehow, right, because who doesn't like a good old Hallows Eve, right? We got some little bags of different candies, different assorted candies from Target, right? And yeah, and one of the things in the candies was dots, and I love dots. They're little gumdrop things. I love them. Everyone hates them. My brother describes them as just little balls of cornstarch, which I mean, I suppose it tastes like that, but isn't that the whole point? They're awesome. I love dots. Like, legitimately incredible. I got a little package of them right here. That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, but you know how that is. Also, if you're, if you can tell the music in the background is a little different, that's because I can't use the same 24/7 live stream thing that I was using last time. Yeah, because like for background music, I've been consistently using like a 24/7 bossa nova thing, right? And I can't use that anymore because it turns out it's copyrighted, even though it said royalty free. I'm pretty sure in the title, right? I agree with your brother. It's so mean to me. Dots are great. Don't even worry about that. But like BGM, the BGM channel, right? Essentially has a hold on the bossa nova royalty-free music market, right? Because almost every bossa nova video that's longer than 10 minutes is owned by BGM somehow, right? I mean, not every single one, but most of them. BGM is just like a channel of quote-unquote copyright-free music. But when I use their music, they copyright striked every single like video on my channel because it has their music in the background. It pisses me off. So now I have like two things on the playlist, one of which is 1 hour and the other one is 45 hours, because those were the only ones I could find that were royalty free, you know, which it's like, what am I gonna do now, you know? I mean, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna listen to it, but I need more than just those two ones, you know. So if you know any good long 24-hour live streams of bossa nova that are 100% royalty free and not owned by BGM, then that would be great to, you know, tell me about. But right now I don't have any of those. And I need them for like background music, because and I was thinking about that because like a few streams ago, right, Starbot, bless his soul, right, Starbot mentioned in like an offhanded remark, I think, like, oh, haha, Drinks is becoming a professional Twitch streamer, right? He's gonna start taking song requests or whatever. And as much as I would love to do that, the thing about that is those are not, like, if I did take song requests, then a good majority of those songs would be copyrighted. if not all of them, would be copyrighted, and that would make a terrible little demonetization on the videos, which I'm not monetizing my videos as it is right now. I can't, because I don't have more than 1,000 subscribers, because that's what you need to for YouTube's partnership program or whatever, right? But when I do, which hopefully will be in the future, right? I would like to monetize my videos, and I can't be using copyrighted music if I ever want to do that, right? And so that's why I can't use BGM music anymore. Very sad, but that's also why I can't really, play anything for. It just went silent. Okay, now we're good. From my main playlist or any song request or whatever. You get it. It's unfortunate, but I don't know. It's fine. If you have any song requests that are copyright free, go ahead and tell me. You get it. I could make a playlist of just like 2-minute copyright free music songs, but the whole playlist in total is like 2 hours, 3 hours, I don't know, 10 hours, who knows, because YouTube, and look, I got Spotify recently, right? I haven't been using Spotify in the past, but I got Spotify recently, and something cool about Spotify is when you make a playlist there and you add a ton of music, it tells you the total amount of time that music, like, altogether takes for you to listen to, right? Like, my playlist in Spotify in total is like 2 hours and 0 minutes, which is a very cool even number, but also, isn't it such a unique feature? Like, I wish YouTube did something like that, because then I could make a whole playlist of bossa nova music and know that it's like longer than like 30 minutes or something, and then I could judge whether or not I need more. You get it. Instead of having to like calculate it or something, because we all know that I'm not good with a calculator, yeah. Well, I don't know if we all know that, but Wait, did you hear that? Hold on, okay, in the music just then, that was like a familiar jingle. I think that was like the Troom Troom music. Do you know what Troom Troom is? That was like the DIY hacks stupid Ukrainian YouTube channel. Yeah, okay. I just got whiplash from that. Yeah, it was, I don't know what. I guess they took it from some royalty-free bossa nova. Okay. I hate Troom Troom. I think we all do, but it's just funny to, or not funny, just strange to hear that in some royalty-free jazz / bossa nova, right? Yeah, whatever. I guess that means it really is royalty-free, right? If we got Troom Troom in on it. That's awesome. How are we doing with this? The narrator's voice makes all nearby flowers wilt. Really? I think... Do I remember what she sounds like? I feel like she has a similar voice to like the Watch Mojo female narrator voice, Like, just... Her voice is too perfect, It sounds like a text-to-speech almost. Yeah. I feel like that's... Yeah. Because I don't think the voice actress is Ukrainian. Is she? Because I know the YouTube channel is Ukrainian. The voice actress may or may not be, because I don't know what a Ukrainian accent sounds like, but either the voice actress is Ukrainian or it's dubbed. Well, that makes sense. Yeah, they probably got her off of what's that $5 thing where you can find a commissioning person? Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, it's a very interesting world, the world of like super fake kind of YouTube channels, like I don't know. Basically, if you look on the YouTube trending page, you'll just find a ton of them. Like a majority of the DIY hack kind of videos that you'll see, it's all got this weird fake kind of thing to it. I don't know how to describe it. It's just very strange. It's always very strange to come across. I really just do not know how to describe the feeling that it. I guess it feels like an empty Target, or like some kind of empty shopping center. Like if you've ever seen the Abandoned Mall series by Dan Bell, that's what it feels like. Like just something so devoid of And I know this must be rude. Like, if the Watch Mojo woman is watching this, she's gonna be like, top 10 worst streamers, and she's gonna put me in it, right? But at the same time, it's like a voice, and I guess it could also be construed as like a compliment towards her. But like a voice as almost fake as hers, right? Mixed with like just the fake kind of YouTube videos that they make, just devoid of any and all personality to them. I don't know. It's just kind of creepy to me. Let me turn my audio down because I'm clipping a little bit. Yeah, my mom was telling me the other day about how it used to be, you had to buy each CDI, the availability of music on the internet, redistributed all in one way online. Anyone can download or listen to anything with ease. Weird stuff. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that I don't know what year that was going on with that, but that's nice. I mean now a lot of people are making their own individual music, and at the same time, right, I don't want to like cut off ties with the BGM music channel, right? they make like good background music. Like, I like their background music, you know. It's like good stuff to listen to, but at the same time, yeah, I mean, I get where they're coming from when it comes to like copywriting this stuff. I was responding to something you said earlier, sorry. Don't worry about it. But like, I get where they're coming from when it comes to copywriting their music, but because I'm pretty sure they are the ones who make the music, right? And like 24/7 streams where it's just nothing but your original music. I get how you would want to copyright it, you know, because that's a lot of hard work that they put out there. At the same time, though, and this is the important part, I think it is a little bit misleading when they label it as copyright-free music, and then they copyright strike you for using it. You know, maybe I missed something in there. Maybe I have to buy it or something. But at the same time, maybe they just shouldn't call it copyright-free music. Maybe they should just say 24/7 Bossa Nova, and then in the description saying, if you want to use this music for your videos, you gotta buy it. Or something. You know? I don't know. BGM, I don't know. You know? I don't know. I legitimately do not know. It's just a little bit annoying, but at the same time, I understand, like, wanting to, keep your work sacred or whatever, you know? It's just a little annoying to me, personally. But it's fine. We're doing fine. Yeah. But I do think, because like I mentioned this earlier, I do think that we might have some kind of Halloween thing going on, right? Because I've been seeing our neighbors put out like interesting decorations. Like my dad and I every night will go on a walk like around our neighborhood area, because we live in the suburbs, right? Yeah, and we walked past this house that had like such elaborate decorations on it. Like, it had sound and everything. You know, it had like the same kind of thing going on as like a legitimate haunted house. You know, it was very cool. It had like a little animatronic guy talking about, I don't know. He was like a boat guy. I don't know. It was some kind of robot thing that they had out on their front thing, which is cool, you know, with the celebrating Halloween and whatnot. But at the same time, right? It was like 9 at night, and they had it on, you know. But I don't know. That just supports my idea that people might still go out like trick or treating and whatnot, you know, which is weird to me. But even if it's not just, even if those people are just putting out decorations just for fun, you know, I still think that there are going to be families that go out trick-or-treating despite coronavirus, because we do have some Trump supporters within the neighborhood, right? And we all know how they feel about coronavirus. Yeah, honestly, a good amount of subscribers to those channels are bots. It's a money-making scheme, talking about stuff such as Trimmer, the indie publishers, or copyright-free music video. Sorry, I keep responding like, don't worry about it. But, I mean, I guess. I mean, if you want to make money, then buying subscribers, that doesn't sound like very good at making money. What sounds better at making money is like, I don't know, just like getting them, because if you buy subscribers, aren't you spending more money than you need? Yeah, I don't know. That just seems stupid to me, but I don't know. I'll never understand those people, I guess. But like, Yeah, because like I know that we have like Trump supported people in our neighborhood though, because I've walked by them like on our walks, right? There was this one guy who was just like out and about walking his dog, and he was wearing a "Make America Great Again" hat, which, you know, yikes, right? But yeah, and he like looked at me funny, you know. But I think that the like, plus the city, the specific city we're in California, even though California in general is pretty liberal, I'd say, the specific area we're in is a little more conservative than most, right, in California, which is not good. What do you mean by buying subscribers? I haven't heard of that. Oh, well, because you said a good amount of subscribers to those channels are bots. Yes, because you know, wouldn't they be buying those? Or maybe you don't. Maybe they're free. I don't know how that is. But yeah, you get it. Yeah, I'm gonna diverge topics though, because I don't want to get in trouble with BGM. They're gonna get pissed off at me if I accuse them of buying subscribers, because that is against YouTube's terms of service. So I will not accuse them of doing that, because I respect the people at BGM a moderate amount. You know, yeah, but I don't know. This year though, because like I mentioned, right, we got like bowls of candy and stuff. Even though we're not gonna go like trick-or-treating or whatever, we are gonna pass out candy, but like the bad candy, you know. In the bags we got, they have like York bars and like Reese's Feces. Let me talk about that a little bit, right? Because one time, I think it was like last Halloween, I saw a Twitter thread about somebody who made a tier list, right? Already interesting. I like tier lists, right? They made a tier list about Halloween, the best Halloween candy that like made you excited when you were trick-or-treating, right? And one of them, right, was like an S tier, was Reese's Feces, Reese's Pieces, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. I call it Reese's Feces. I hate it. I don't like any candy that's got peanut butter in it. Count me out. I mean, the chocolate part is okay, I guess, but like, I don't want to have to like just barely stomach a majority of a chocolate bar to enjoy it, you know? I don't like it, but people like peanut butter. Did you know that? Like, that was the start of a chain of events that made me realize people like peanut butter. Who doesn't like Reese's? Ugh, God. You're one of them. No, I'm kidding. But like, yeah, people like Reese's Feces. It pisses me off, and it's so weird to me because Bogleech. Let me tell you, Bogleech. Tumblr.com/Bogleech/Bogleech.com. I love Bogleech. Look up who Bogleech is. I love that guy. Bogleech. He was like, I love peanut butter. He's autistic. He was like, I love peanut butter. You know why? Because it has like a great texture to it or whatever. I respect that guy. He's an ecologist, malacologist, entomologist, zoologist, whateverologist, right? But he likes Reese's Feces, and I'll never get over that. Cause like, what's going on in that guy's head? What's going on in his head? You know, it doesn't have his head attached to his body like Reese's Feces. You kidding me? No, I don't hate you if you like peanut butter. Go ahead, go crazy with it. I mean, yeah, I don't like it, and I'll never eat it, but we are passing out. Because, I mean, I guess it's better that people like Reese's Feces, right? Because that means we can pass it out, and we don't have to eat it. Like, no one in my family likes Reese's Feces. My dad called it Reese's Feces once, I think. Did he? No, I think I called it that, and he laughed at it. He said it was funny. Yes. Quinn's ideal requirements for a partner: despises Reese's. No, that's not my ideal. Come on. The girl, like, I don't know her particular stance on Reese's Pieces, but I'll have to ask, I guess. Yeah, I'm not even like, oops, I spilled everywhere. I'm not even allergic to peanut butter or anything. I just do not like it. Generally, hold on, I spilled a little bit of chai tea everywhere. I'm gonna clean it up real quick. But yeah, I'm just not a peanut butter person. I mean, I recently tried for the first time in my entire life, which is 16 years at this point, so I guess it's not that surprising. But in the entirety of my life, I've never had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and I had one recently, and it was good. It was good. I enjoyed it. You know, I guess I'm a peanut butter and jelly sandwich person. Now at this point, right? So I guess that's cool. I remember I was watching because I I watched this guy, Sinvicta. He's a Binding of Isaac playing guy. He's very good at the game. And in it, he was like, his ideal, right, peanut butter and jelly sandwich. He said this was like grape jelly. He said, if you're gonna have if anyone has a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, they're gonna have grape jelly. That's just the ideal one. It's like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? I hate grape. I mean, I love grapes. Like, I'll get fat on grapes. I'll get diabetes on grapes. But I hate grape-flavored things. You know? Grape-flavored Skittles, feed them to the dog. Don't actually do that. I do not condone that. Don't feed your, any candy to dogs. No, bad. But, like, peanut butter, not peanut butter. Grape anything is just terrible. Like, grapes are great. Grape anything is awful. Maybe it's because it reminds me of, like, Mucinex, because Mucinex would be, like, grape-flavored, and now I'm just, like, forever traumatized because of that or whatever. But not really, because I used to like grape. Like, I used to be the one in the family eating the grape Skittles, because I didn't mind it, because I just liked Skittles, right? But now I think my taste has since grown, or whatever, or matured, and now I hate grape-flavored anything. I mean, with dots, it's different. I love dots, right? Those are the gumdrops. With dots, if there's a grape dot, which there isn't, grape dot does not exist, which I love dots for, but if there was a grape dot, I would eat it. I would eat it. But if there's a grape Skittle in my Skittles bag, I'm not gonna eat it. Are you kidding me? I'm not gonna eat it. Yeah, I honestly like grape-flavored cough medicine as a kid. Are you kidding me? I'm sorry, I'm not gonna make fun of you on the street, but are you kidding me? It's fine. But yeah, artificial grape flavor kind of skeeves me out. Yeah, no. Yes. Grape-flavored cough medicine? You like that? You glug, you chug it. You chug like 5 gallons of it. You go crazy over that? Are you kidding me? That's terrible. I mean, I'm sorry, but oh, that's a lot. I just do not like grape flavored cough medicine. I don't like cough medicine in general, but grape flavored anything? No. You know, I should make a tier list. I should do that. I should make a tier list some string. He has baby hands here. I gave him baby hands. But, yeah, I don't know. I should make a candy tier list. Fix it, right? Take Reese's Feces out of it, you know. And I'm pretty sure they put, like, crunch chocolate on, like, D, which is like, shut up. Yeah, it was a really thick, sweet kind. Oh, maybe you just had a better one than me. I don't know, because the majority of the cough medicine I had was like Mucinex or NyQuil, which both of them had just the worst flavors in the world, right? There is this one kind of medicine that my brother loves. He loves it. He goes crazy over it. He calls it Juicy Juice. I hate it so much. Looks like Pepto-Bismol, isn't Pepto-Bismol, doesn't taste like Pepto-Bismol, but it looks like it. And legitimately, like, the look of Pepto-Bismol makes me nauseous. Like, I have to blacklist the Pepto-Bismol, like, tag on Tumblr, because I follow a lot of clean core blogs, and sometimes they post, like, Pepto-Bismol, and I just hate it. Like, it just makes me nauseous, the look of it, because I've had medicine that tastes like it that's absolutely the worst. The worst. I am not a fan. It's just really bad. But, like, my brother likes it. I guess it has a sweet flavor to it. But the thing is, like, this is the Troom Troom song again. They're playing the Troom Troom song a second time. Oh my god. Yes, I feel like whatever's in cough medicine just, like, hates taste buds. Yes. Yeah. I guess, it's probably just, like, the chemicals they put in it that makes your cough a little bit better. Is it silent? No, it started up again. But yeah, it's probably just like the chemicals in it that make it taste bad, and people are like, oh, let's make it taste a little bit better, right? It's like same thing as like nature, right? Because nature has adapted to just be okay, you know, just be like a little bit better. That's why we have painful what's it called? Birth? Yeah. Painful birth, whatever's birthing process. It's painful because we got big heads for our big brains, but they didn't make it any easier for us, you know? Yeah, sorry you're being smarter than I am about it. Sorry. No, don't worry about it. Also, I'm not. I'm just, you know, skepticism or whatever. I don't know. It's just good stuff. This is good stuff. I should really eat my dots. Nah, not yet. Not yet. It's fine. It's fine. Also, a few streams ago, right, Candyman, good old buddy Candyman, hasn't been in a stream in a little bit. If he comes in later today, I love that guy, right? He donated $1 to the stream a few, whatever's ago. Yeah, a few weeks ago. And it didn't show a little thing come up. It didn't say, oh, Candyman just donated $1. It didn't show that. And I figured out why. It's because the donate link in my description, or biography, or whatever you want to call it, it leads to my PayPal account instead of like the actual Twitch donation screen account. So he was donating directly to my PayPal, which at the same time, thank you, I love you, but it also, not great. Because it didn't show the cute little goof, you know, whenever someone donates or subscribes and whatnot. But I fixed it. Now it's the correct link. So if you wanna give me $30,000, and go ahead and feel free to. Right, it'll show you a funny little goof of a monkey sloshing some water around. No, I'm kidding. I don't know what goof is. You don't need to do that. Yeah, I love the way you pronounce goof. Haha, thank you. Thank you. I mean, I don't want to piss people off, because if you say GIF, you'll piss people off, because they say, oh, but the guy who made .gif, he said to pronounce it as GIF, right? But then the people that pronounce it as GIF will say to the people that pronounce it as GIF, well, yeah, maybe the guy who created it says GIF, but shut up. And to that I say, okay. So now I just say goof, because now neither side is happy. And that's how you win. That's how you win. That's how you win. It's called a, I forgot the word. It starts with a C. That's when neither party is happy. That's awesome. Compromise. Yes. That's when both sides are half happy, I guess. I suppose. Why not? Whatever. I don't care. Yeah, goof. It's awesome. That's awesome. I love those though. The little moving pictures. That's amazing. Like, that's like my main way of talking to people on Discord now. Like, God, I love the goof feature. In the past, I didn't. I didn't really use it much, but my brother got me to start using it more. It is legitimately the best thing ever. You can favorite goofs and save them for later without having to save them on your hard drive, which is awesome. You know what? I actually have some really good stuff. I'm not going to show it on the stream, but for like when people follow or subscribe or donate stuff, or bits and whatnot, there's a cute little goof for every specific one, and it's very cool. Have you seen the parody of Kids Bop Karen? Excuse me? No, I haven't. You can media share it. I also have media share working. I think. No, I'm kidding. You don't have to do that. But yeah, I have not. I'll have to watch that later. Let me actually add that. What is it? Kids Bop Karen parody. I'll just save it right there in my little thing. I saved it, don't worry. Wish someone could make a goof of it. I mean, yeah, there are like, yeah. I think EZ goof, right? That's letter E, letter Z, GIF.com. I think that could help you, like, make a goof out of something. That's what I use, just for things and stuff. That's how I use to put letters on goofs. It's very cool. But you could use that, maybe. I don't know. You should try it. I don't know how that works. Yes, thanks, good. Yes, no problem. Don't even worry about it. This is looking fine. We're doing good. Yeah, I've been going on walks more, like not even just like every night, like with my dad, like how we usually do. I've been going on walks like in the afternoon more, which, yeah, it's hotter, but sweating makes you lose water weight or something, right? Yeah, why not? Yeah, maybe because like I've been doing my health homework, because I got health in school, right, as homework, and like the people who write those books just have a severe hard-on for exercise. They're like, yeah, it gets your blood pumping. It like makes you have, it adds like 70 years to your lifespan, right? Makes your bones stronger, makes you more flexible, makes your arms able to stretch 50 miles, right? They're going crazy over it. They love exercise so effing much, right? And so I was like, okay, fine. God, I'll do it. So I've been doing it. And it's just like a walk. And mainly because it's not that I'm out of shape. Because, no, I am not out of shape. I don't think I am, at least. I just have like this weird thing. I don't know what it's called. At first we thought it was because of my pronation. Maybe it still is. But it's probably something else too. But like, God, walking just does the most bizarre things to me. Right? Like, it's not even just like I get out of breath faster. It's like my ankles will start hurting, you know. It feels like someone shoving a syringe into my calf, you know. Like my shins start burning and like pulsating. It's the craziest thing. Like my thigh starts hurting. My hips start hurting. I don't know. Like my whole body just goes into like self-combustion mode or something. And I don't think that happens to people who are out of shape when they walk / run. No. It doesn't happen when I walk. Okay, sometimes it does, but it mostly just happens when I run. And sometimes I run, because running is good for you, right? That's what my weird, sexually charged health book says to me. But, yeah. But like, because I remember in, what was it, 4th grade, 3rd grade, something like that, I had this teacher who, wasn't the skinniest of people, right? And I only say this because it's relevant. And like, she was the health teacher, of course, too, because, the only thing we do for PE is like a run around the playground or whatever, right? And it was a mile apparently, right? And we'd do this like once a week on Wednesdays or Tuesdays, something like that. And when we would do this afterwards, my lungs would start burning, like actually burning. And like I would get the same things that I get now, right? And I told this to my teacher. I said, "Oh, my lungs hurt like really bad." And she was like, "Ugh, you're so out of shape." She said that to me. How old are kids when they're in 3rd grade? Because however old they are, that's how old I was at the time. And it's like, why would you say that to a 3rd grader? Oh, your lungs are burning? You must be out of shape. Fatty, shut up. 8 or 9. Why would you say that to an 8 or 9-year-old? That's stupid. I was probably 9 because I was put into school late because I'm an October birthday or whatever. You get it. God, what's up with that woman? She was a bad teacher, just like in general, you know. And I always think about this, like a few streams ago, Paulin mentioned like, oh yeah, good teachers can be mean just as long as they are good at teaching you or whatever. But the thing is, like, Paulin told me, like, oh yeah, I've had some really great teachers, you know, like, oh, I've had great experience with teachers, except for one teacher who made me cry. It's like, only one? Only one teacher has made you cry? I mean, no offense to Paulin, and I'm not saying that she needs to get the full me experience and have like every teacher you've ever had make you cry, but that wasn't a joke. But at the same time, it's like, no, because I don't. How did we end that conversation? That was in the bloat stream, by the way, I think. Did I upload the VOD for the bloat stream? I should. That was a stream where I drew the bloat from the Binding of Isaac. I think it stayed in the highlights video on YouTube. I don't remember. But that's an interesting time there. I got in trouble every day, at least once a day in 3rd grade. Welcome to the club. No, I'm kidding. I didn't get in trouble every day, but that's like a general executive dysfunction / autism / ADHD / mental health / mental illness / neurological disability / learning disability thing. So there's that, right? But I don't know. It's just silly. You know, something school system needs to be changed. Something get better teachers. I don't know. My teacher always made me feel like I was an idiot. Yeah. What's that picture where everyone's like shaking hands and yeah, in the middle it's yeah, you get it. It's one of those. She was a good person though. I mean, I suppose. Doesn't seem like a good teacher. I mean, yeah, she probably just wasn't trained well. I don't know. I've had like very few good teachers. I think I've had like 3 good teachers in my lifetime. You know, the rest were just either bad or, at best, mediocre. You know, I think I've had like one mediocre teacher and the other ones were bad, right? Nah, 2 mediocre teachers. I'll be nice to them. I'll be humble, right? No, we're good. No, we're good. How's this looking? Yeah, why not? Yeah, why not? We're doing good. We're doing good on this. I am happy with the animation. Since last time I've upped the frame rate, or I guess lessened the frame rate a little bit, because before it was like super smooth, right? But at the same time, I would have needed to make it like to make a lot more frames, which would have slowed down my productivity by a lot. So I made it a little bit slower, right? The frames are like double the size that they, right? Before they were like this, and now they're like this, you know, you get it? Yeah, you get it. And as you can tell by like how many frames there are, that makes a little bit of a difference, right? I don't know, it would have been a little bit like out of sync if I made it as thin as it was before. If I made the frames, at least. I don't know. It still looks smooth either way, so it's not like sacrificing that much. How's this look? Also, if you notice a bit of lag when it comes to the this part, like me flipping through the frames, it's because I'm working with a much bigger canvas than I was before. Yeah, it's like, what's the size of it? What's the size? Yeah, 4,000 by 2,250. Yeah, which is a lot bigger by like double the size it was before. But yeah, awesome problem solving, Quinn. I'd never be able to figure that out. I mean, don't give yourself some credit. It wasn't that hard to figure it out. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it, because it wasn't like it was a problem. It was just me thinking, should I make this smooth? Nah, save myself a few hours, you know, and then I made it a little longer. You know, it wasn't that much. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. It's fine. Yeah, but I like, yeah. I think about ways I can improve the stream like all the time, and yeah. Well, not only the stream, I guess YouTube content as well. And as much as I have thought, like considered for like a little bit about making different content for YouTube that isn't like specifically highlights, because that would attract more people, right? At the same time, that would eat up a lot of my time, and you know, we've only got so much of that, right? And I mean, I would love to do this like full time at one point. I don't think that's like a huge possibility that I will get to, but I don't know if I keep at it, right, with the consistent schedule that I have right now. But I mean, yeah, I don't know. I would like to do this full time if I get the chance. Yeah, but I'm not like expecting to be able to do that. Like I have chance. I have like plan B's, plan C's, plan keys. I don't know what comes after C. D. Yeah, plan D's. I don't know. You know, I'm just doing a lot of stuff, a lot of different things, and yeah, in general things are performing well. Yeah, like in like the highlights videos, those are performing pretty well. I mean, all things considered, right? Like, I don't have a huge audience, or at least the audience that I had before I went on like a very long hiatus, right? That didn't 100% carry over, but I'm okay with that, you know. I'm okay with kind of starting from the ground up. I mean, not really, but at the same time kind of, you know. I'm okay with that, you know, because things are growing steadily. Like, every follower I get makes me a little bit happy, you know, because we do have more followers. We're like 4 more, and we'll have 20 on the Twitch, which is amazing. That's amazing. So when 20 followers hits, I'll well, I won't do anything in particular, but I'll be happy about it. You know? Yeah, you get it. I was thinking about, because we finished Spooky's House of Jumpscare Mansion or whatever. Since we finished that, I was thinking, what if I started doing like a Mirror's Edge Catalyst or Mirror's Edge like playthrough with Paul in there, of course, because I don't think I can entertain on my own when I'm doing video game stuff. You know? Yeah, I was thinking about that. That would be fun, right? Mainly because I love Mirror's Edge. Don't get me talking about Mirror's Edge, because I will talk about it for a million years. Not really. But I love that game. Like, I legitimately love that game. And I was thinking, the Troom Troom music is playing again. But all I'm thinking about is the Troom Troom music. Why do they keep playing it? Jesus Christ. That's not the point. That's not the point. Point is, if I played Mirror's Edge Catalyst or Mirror's Edge, right, I'm kind of torn between the two, because Mirror's Edge, right, the first Mirror's Edge game, is like 3 hours, 4 hours, something like that. Especially with the fact that I know how to do every single thing because I've played that game about 30 times. But like the Mirror's Edge Catalyst game runs a lot smoother on my computer, right? Has a lot more hours to it, and it's like overall like a much more beautiful game to it, right? But at the same time, I'm not great at all of it. Also, the cutscenes are unskippable, and for some reason the cutscenes just do not play well on my computer. So like the subtitles and lip sync would be out of sync with the, you know, voices and whatnot, which you could get past, I suppose, because I might be talking over it. Yeah, I've heard of that game, but don't know what it's about. I mean, the story, I don't like it because of the story, because honestly, I do not follow the story. All I know is, basically, there's a city called Glass, and in the city, oops, what was that? What did I do? Did I do something? Nope. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Yeah, and in the city, it's just a lot of funny things. How do I... Okay, yeah. Like one of them is, what do I say? What is the story? It's a city. It's a futuristic dystopian city. You know, they control a lot of things like diabetes and running and whatnot. They don't want you to run. Yeah. Is it Shift B? Nope. Control B? Wait, what? Hold on. B. Oh, it's just B. Okay. I was thinking about my hotkeys for the brush. Don't worry about it. I fixed it. Yeah. Yeah. It's just a little thing, and then you play as Faith, who's like trying to get her sister from somewhere. I don't know. I don't really pay attention to the story. It's mainly the game mechanics that I really like. That of which being, all you gotta do is like run and jump and like dive. I don't know. It's fun because it's just like a bunch of parkour and stuff, but like first person parkour, and it's really fun because of all like the momentum to it. It's like Portal, but remove the problem solving aspect of it, and just like put more of an emphasis on the momentum of it, you know? Like imagine the faith plate level of Portal 2, except for like the whole game, and also sometimes people shoot at you, you know? Like that's it. And it's really fun because I love being fast. I love playing games all fast and stuff. So that would be a fun thing to play on stream. I am a little bit rusty at it, so I'd have to play it another like 5 times before I get like really good again at it. But I don't know, because like a lot of because I did check like the Mirror's Edge tag on Twitch of like people streaming it, and there weren't a whole lot of people streaming it. Like there was like 3, I think, like, and like 2 of them were Portuguese or Russian, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. But one dude was like, he was like speedrunning it, and he was crazy at it. Like, he was like really good at it. Speedrunners I'll never get. I'll never get speedrunners, because they're like too good at games, you know? Like, they're too good. Yeah, I wouldn't get any sort of pleasure from speedrunning. I don't know, like, time-based stuff in general just freaks me out. You know? Yeah. It just stresses me out beyond belief. Probably because it's like brings back bad memories of school when I had to do those like timed like times tables, you know, like the multiplication and division sheets of paper where it's like they time you for a minute and you have to complete all of it or else you do badly or whatever. I was never good at those. Those stress me out. Yeah, time tests, I hate those. Okay, but story time about my PSATs. Go ahead. Yeah, I don't know. Like time stuff in general freaks me out. I could never do speedrunning. As fun as it would be, no. I mean, as fun as it could be, no. I'm good. No, thank you. Yeah, I'm just in general not a fan of that whole scene. But you know, the people who do it, it's very interesting watching them work with it. Just in general, it's like kind of satisfying, right? Like the amount of techniques and stuff that they know to do it. Like the dude who was speedrunning Mirror's Edge, right? He was doing all this crazy stuff. Like I don't even know what he was doing. He was like glitching the game on like every turn, you know. Like he was trying really hard to save like seconds. It was crazy how much that the seconds meant to that guy. But I mean, I get it, right? Because when you are speedrunning, you know, seconds count if you want to get the record or whatever. But it was just really interesting. Did I follow that guy? I don't think I did. I should have. That guy was really good at the game. He might be still speedrunning it. I don't know. If you look up the Mirror's Edge tag on Twitch, then you'll probably find it. Maybe. You know. I don't know. But like an example of like time things like just freaking me out, right? In the Binding of Isaac, right? There's this thing that you gotta do to get like a mark, and a mark is like when you complete a specific boss, right? You get a little symbol in the top left corner of each character you select, right? Oops. I was supposed to apply for accommodations, but apparently I couldn't get them approved in time for my PSATs. Only the SATs. I had taken my PSATs, each part with several minutes to spare. The first test of my life I'd taken in time, only to find out I had indeed gotten the accommodations. Oh, that's interesting. I mean, I don't know anything about that because I've never had to take the SATs because I'm not there yet, right? I'm not there yet, but yeah, such a slow worker. Hell, no, I get that. Sounds like executive dysfunction to me, but don't even worry about that. Don't even worry about that. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, at least you got the accommodations, right? We like accommodations. We like it. But yeah, in the Binding of Isaac, right? To get like a mark that's like a little star, right? You have to do this thing called boss rush, which I've done before, like when live streaming the Binding of Isaac, right? Like once or twice. And to get into boss rush, right? To get the mark to do it, because you get a special item every time you get all the marks for all the characters, right? And to get the specific mark for boss rush, you need to beat like the whole game, or at least a majority of the game, under 20 minutes, because then you can get in it, right? But the thing is, beating the whole game under 20 minutes, for me at least, is very hard, and puts a lot of pressure on me, you know. Don't worry about it. I'll get into that. Let me finish my story, but then I'll read that. But it's very hard for me. And so, like, that has stressed me out so much, because I'm trying really hard to, like, get as much content in the game as I possibly can, right? But to do that, right, to get all the marks, and to do that boss rush thing of 20 minutes, it's just so much stress, right? Like, it's that constant buildup of, am I gonna do it? Am I gonna be able to make it, you know? Constantly, I have to clear this room in under, like, 30 seconds, you know? I have to clear this whole floor in under a minute, or else I'm going to lose time on this, right? Just constantly building up this pressure, and then if you miss it, if you're in, like, Necropolis 2, where you get to go into boss rush, and it hits, like, 20 minutes, just like the terrible, like, it's such a letdown. Like, it is so heartbreaking to see, oh, all that pressure that I just, like, played the game with was for nothing, you know? But, like, if you do it, if you do beat the game in under, like, 20 minutes, and then the boss rush things opens for you, right? And you go in, it is just the best feeling. You know? And yeah, especially if you get to complete boss rush, because boss rush is very hard, and I'll get into that also after this. But basically, like, that buildup, that buildup of like 20 minutes, right? That left such a profound impact on me that one time I woke up, I woke up in the morning with, and like, this was when my mind was still a little half asleep. I was like, oh my god, I need to get up, I need to get out of bed, I need to get ready for the day in under 20 minutes so that I can go downstairs and do boss rush. And then I was like, wait, hold on, that doesn't make any sense. The timer doesn't start when I get out of bed, the timer starts when I get in the game. What am I thinking, you know? But like, that freaked me out for like a solid minute. Like, that same pressure, that same dread was like bubbling inside me when I first woke up, until like a minute later I realized, wait, that's stupid. You know, and it's so strange to me because like when I watch people like Sinvicta, right, dudes who are really good at the Binding of Isaac and who just do not care about boss rush, they're like, oh look, it opened, awesome, whatever, you know. Or like if he's like, oh oops, we didn't make boss rush, that's unfortunate. It's so strange to me because like, doesn't that bother you? You know? And I mean, it is a little silly because like, oh, it's just a game and whatnot, but at the same time, it just left such a profound impact on me. Maybe I should take a break from that, right? Nah, it's fine. No, it's fine. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, there's a second thing that's similar to that where you have to complete the game under 30 minutes so you can get into Hush, right? Who's like a little blue thing. Yeah, and that's another mark, but it's easier because it's 30 minutes, not 20. But yeah, I don't know, it's just silly. That's a really interesting incidental mindset that sounds like an involuntary brain action, maybe trying to protect you from disappointment. I mean, yeah, that does seem like that. It could also be like conditioning, kind of, where I played the game so much that, because I think it's more of like the Tetris effect, you know, about the Tetris effect, like people who played a lot of Tetris after they played the game, after they were like shut the computer off, and then they looked around, like they saw shapes and how they could fit together similarly to in Tetris, you know. Like I think it's like a similar thing to that, because it's like a studied thing for like games, but I don't know. Sorry, I realized that sounded silly as soon as I said it. No, don't worry about it, I get what you're saying with that, but I don't know, it's some kind of like fear response, you know, because it is like such a profound like disappointment when you when you do that. But I think it's more of like a Tetris effect kind of thing, you know, just me playing the game a lot. yeah, but let me read the other thing you said before that. I go to a therapeutic school, and a lot of kids have executive dysfunction stuff. Honestly, such less stress than regular high school hell. Sorry, I'll stop interrupting. Yeah, I mean, I used to go to a school like that. It was more of, it wasn't a high school. I mean, it was both a high school and a junior high, you know, and they kind of mixed the kids together. Yeah, it was a lot less stressful than the typical setting, you know. Yeah, I mean, at the same time, they like gave you therapists and all that, which could have been good. It's just that none of the therapists were any good, right? But that's besides the point. Yeah, it was a lot less stressful than like a regular high school. My experiences there, even though I didn't actually learn anything. I mean, I did learn a few things. It's just, you know, it didn't teach me anything as well as like a high school would have, you know. Like, I mean, I learned the basics of math, but at the same time it was super slow because some of the people in the classroom were very slow with learning, which I suppose isn't necessarily a bad thing, but it kept me back, you know. Kept me very far back, to the point where we would be stuck on the same lesson, learning like the same formulas for like 2 months, you know. Like, yeah, just straight up 2 months. Which wasn't good for me because it severely stunted my math development or whatever, but I don't know, it was stress free, I guess. But yeah, therapeutic schools can be good for reasons other than what's it called, yeah, for other than education, you know. So I do understand like the point to them, you know. Yeah, because it's less of an academic thing and more of a mental health thing. I get it. It's fine. That sounds like it needs some restructuring. It was okay for like, it got the job done, you know. Like, it helped some people recover from the bad place that they were mentally, right? Which I guess it's all you really need it for, huh? Yeah, history class needs to change. Does it? I don't know anything about history. Yeah, I mean, I know that it seems like almost universal that, at least universal in terms of the United States, where people will just focus entirely on learning the dates, like the specific years in history, and that's definitely just stupid. We don't need to know the specific years, you know, more of just the actual events, you know. We don't need numbers. This isn't math. How do you feel about it? Yeah, it is just like the dates that would always piss me off. I'm okay at recounting like details when it comes to history. I mean, the majority of it I just do not care about. But when it came to like dates, I just terrible. I couldn't do it, you know. Yeah, they need to fix that. They need to just completely remove the putting an emphasis on remembering the dates. That's just not good. That's just not good. It's just not good. But that's like the only part of it that needs to change, I guess, in my eyes. I mean, other than the entire school system, but yeah. Oh, I've heard people saying it was colonialism-centric or racist or such, which I believe is at least partly true or true in principle. Oh, well, I suppose that. I was more talking about the, like, technique of it, not necessarily the actual stuff it teaches. I mean, I've seen some pretty stupid stuff when it comes to that, you know, saying like, oh, the people who, the settlers were, like, friends with the, Native Americans or indigenous people, or I don't know what they want to be called. I've heard a lot of different things from them, but whatever. Yeah, which is kind of just silly. And I remember one of the things I heard, like, this will stick with me until the day I die, was this was in like 3rd grade, I think. This was the same stupid teacher that I mentioned earlier. She said, like, what'd she say? She was like, Abraham, she was reading like a kid's book or something. She was like, Abraham Lincoln was walking around the market one day and he saw people selling slaves and he said to himself, that doesn't seem right. And so he freed all the slaves. That's what she said. That's what she said happened. It's like, do you really believe that? Do you believe that for a second? That's stupid. That's stupid. I mean, I was in 3rd grade, but at the same time, that seems like such an oversimplification. The Troom Troom music is playing again. That's fine. That's fine. I need to change this. God, they're repeating the same like 5 songs over and over again. I swear to God. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. But yeah, there was a lot of gross oversimplification in history class. I don't think the teachers actually believe a majority of what they say, but like, so much of it is just BS, just complete and utter BS. I do not think that they believe the things that they tout. It's just too stupid. I'll look for some copyright-free music. You don't have to. You don't have to. It would be appreciated, but you don't have to. But yeah, there it is. There's the Troom Troom intro. Thank you. Thank you. Who made this? Who made this? Who made this? Who? Relax music meditation. Oh, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna find you. Relax music meditation. Putting Troom Troom music in my Twitch stream. Getting pissed off at these people. Not really. Not really. It's not their fault. They probably never even heard of Troom Troom. Have you seen anyone's videos on Troom Troom? I've seen a lot. You know. Specifically Danny Gonzalez. I like that guy. I like that guy. He's funny. He's got a little humor to him. I like that. I like that guy. I've seen his videos on him. Is that it? I think that's it. Did Sam Collins make a video on him? He might have. I don't know. He's a transgender person. Good for him. Good for him. But that's about it. Yeah, I've only seen like a few people's videos on him, but I have seen their videos on Troom Troom enough to be familiarized with the intro music at the very least. You know, pisses me off, those people. Yeah, Ukraine. Who knows? Who even knows? It's whatever. You know. Yeah. Oh, you know what I've been thinking about? Let me tell you what I've been thinking about. So a majority of the stream for me, or at least the fun of it, comes out of like just talking with the chat, even though it's only you, the Kumamushi song person, in the chat a majority of the time, which, thank you, right? But I've been thinking, right, I wonder how it would be if I did like a just chatting thing, but at the same time, I wouldn't, if I did do it, I certainly wouldn't have my, you know, face cam or whatever on, because, I mean, we already know how I feel about that, right? Yeah, yeah, but I don't know. It might be fun, right? Because, yeah. But at the same time, like, if I did, because I would still just be doing art the whole time, right? Would that make it be misleading or whatever? Because a majority, the stream would mostly be like me just talking with chat, mainly the same as how it is right now, right? but like, would it be weird? Would it be silly? Would it be interesting? You know, I don't know if that's allowed, actually, but I don't know. I have been thinking about that because I saw a video today, where this dude was like going around on the just chatting, like the lowest, like least watched streams on the just chatting list, and a lot of the dudes there were just doing things, you know. Like one of the guys was doing like what was he doing? He was like reacting to like a Twitch VOD, but like while he was live streaming, which is strange. But I don't know, personally, I wonder if you can do 2 categories at once. I mean, I know I can't select 2 categories at once. Can I? No, I can't. No, I know I can't. Yeah, I can't select 2 categories at once, but I could do something, because like for the last stream I did, I know like halfway through the stream I switched it to Binding of Isaac because we finished Spooky's Has the Jump Scares early, right? I could do something similar to that because I'm pretty sure it showed up in both like search results, but I wonder if Twitch might treat that as like me abusing the algorithm or something. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, but I'm just wondering if like Twitch would get pissed off at me if I tag it as like just chatting, because just chatting does get you like a lot of people. I honestly think because like people that are looking for just chatting streamers, there's like a lot of kind of garbo in there. You know, garbo, of course, short for garbage. Not to be mean to any of the people there, but I'm pretty sure we can agree that Russian people just live streaming full Russian Russian movies is not on the same level as somebody talking with the Twitch chat. You know, might be worth a try, maybe. I don't know. I mean, that might freak me out a little bit, like make me nervous, like coming into it, as most things do whenever I'm gonna start streaming something and there's like a factor in it that's new that I haven't tried before, you know? Drinks calling them out. I mean, it's true, you can look at just chatting and there's a ton of people who just straight up aren't even talking to chat, you know? Or just like, yeah, it's just kind of okay. I have officially run out of chai tea. That's fine. That's fine. I have water. This is great. But I don't know, maybe I'll try that sometime. But like even this stream, because like I get nervous easily about the streams, because I really want things to go well, like really well. Like a few, like the last stream we did, right, with Paulin was there. During the stream she was like, maybe I should stream later today, even if it's for a second, right? And that did not go well, like at all, because her internet just was not set for streaming, because you have to have like a pretty good internet to stream, since it's essentially just like uploading a video over and over again, you know. Yeah, and her internet just didn't work for it, and so she had got like like 0 frames per second. You know. But that was like my worst nightmare. Like if that happened to me, I would be like freaking out the whole time, like legitimately. I mean, I wouldn't be like screaming like, oh my god, I'm gonna kill myself. I wasn't. No, but I would be freaking out internally, you know, because that does happen sometimes. Like I remember one time, like the first Spooky's Has a Jump Scare stream we did, as soon as I clicked go live, like the Discord just crashed, which really freaked me out. Like it was not good. I mean, I didn't show it. I mean, I did kind of show my freaking outness of it, but yeah. It wasn't great. I get like really anxious when things don't go right on the streams, because I don't want to make a fool out of myself, right, on TED Live internet, you know. It's not great. But I don't know. I mean, because like just chatting, like I don't know anything about that. I mean, I do know like a little bit, right? People just sit there for a majority of the time, but like a face cam isn't mandatory for that, is it? You know, because I don't know. Because I think my streams do like are better categorized as just art than just chatting. Even though I am interacting to the chat whenever the chat comes in, I'm pretty sure that's in like a majority of streams. Like even in like gameplay streams, I think people are interacting with chat a decent amount, right? Right? That's how that works? I think so. You know, like that. That's how I do it. I don't know. I don't know. Who knows? I should look into it more. I really should. I don't know, cause I know a lot of people do, just chatting, cause it does sound fun, but at the same time, would that make for an entertaining thing? You know, I don't know. I guess you know, I'm at this stage right now, when it comes to Twitch, where I can just try experimenting with things. You know, so I guess that's a benefit of being a small streamer right now, right? You can just experiment with whatever, since not everyone's eyes are on you. You know, you don't have like a million people watching at once. Unlike I don't know, who are the popular guys? Shroud, right? Shroud, that's a popular guy. The other ones, yes. Am I the only one who finds it funny when someone's oblivious to their face cam being blurry or humorously zoomed in, or their mic being eardrum shatteringly loud? It's so weird to me. Yeah, like God, there are so many precautions I take with things, like before I press the go live button. It's kind of insane, you know? I mean, in general, I like to be, like, super careful with things, you know? Like, I guess the reason why, is best summed up by, like, okay, I'm gonna mention Sinvicta again, the Binding of Isaac guy, but basically Sinvicta, the Binding of Isaac playing guy, right, that I watch, he said... So, he had, like, a very overpowered run at one point. This is related, I swear. He had a very overpowered run at one point, where he was, like, going through each room in, like, under a second, right? Just killing enemies instantly. And he said even though they have, like, a really powerful run, and nothing this game could throw at them could kill them, right? It's still good to pay attention to what you're doing and being careful with it, because if you don't, then you'll, like... pertain the muscle reflexes or whatever, or muscle memory of you being sloppy, and it'll transfer onto your next run, right? And that can be set to other things, right? Like you can see the metaphor part of that, right? You know, like that does seem like it could pertain to life in something, you know. Don't get greedy with it, basically. Getting greedy with it, not good. And that's why I'm very careful with a lot of things. Like, when I go to bed, I always use a flashlight to look under my covers and under my pillow and everything to make sure there's no bugs and all that. Same thing with sign language. I don't know about that, but that's cool. You know, go ahead, feel free to elaborate. Sign language is awesome. I don't know any of it, but it's awesome. But, like, yeah. It's good for me to be careful with it, like, with every stream, because, you know, there's a first for everything, right? There's a first for... just like terrible audio balancing and whatnot, and if I screw it up one time, you know, who knows, maybe I'll screw it up the next time if I just forget to check the time after, because I didn't check last time, so why do I have to check this time, you know? And if I do that over and over again, then eventually I'm gonna get sloppy with it, and people are gonna, you know, stop watching because they just come to expect that from me, which we do not like. That is not cool, you know. So it's good to check beforehand. So I mean, to any other small streamers that are also small like me, check your audio levels, right? I mean, I don't have anything to show for it, but other than, like, okay audio, I suppose. And I think my audio is okay, right? It doesn't have, like, too bad of, acoustics and whatnot. Even though this room is a little, you know, voice bouncing all around the walls, you know, at some point I'll get, like, the little wall spikes or whatever to isolate the noise or insulate the noise or whatever it is, you know, but for now, I think we're okay. You know? I don't know, it's just a bunch of, silly little things, but, like, last stream, when I was playing the Binding of Isaac, and I asked, oh, is the game audio too loud, by the way, and you said, Kumamushi, you said, hey, yeah, it is actually a little loud, like, that did not feel good, because, like, I always try really hard to have good audio balancing, because I didn't check beforehand with the Binding of Isaac, because I wasn't entirely sure that we were gonna do that straight up afterwards, you know, so I didn't check, and when that did happen, like, the first time I didn't check the audio beforehand, it was bad, you know. Whoa, what's that sound? I think there was an earthquake. No, we're good, we're good. It was something. That was weird. But yeah, the first time I didn't check the audio, wasn't good. That wasn't good. But that just shows, you know, just check your audio every single time. It doesn't hurt to, like, record how you sound beforehand mixed with what you're gonna be having in the as, like, background sound, you know? It doesn't hurt. And also be sure to tell me if in the future audio in the background is kind of drowning me out, because I don't like that. Not cool, you know? And I don't want to have to, like, yell over things also. That's not good. That's not good. It's just good to check. Otherwise, you know, things can get, like, scary or whatever. You know, it just makes me anxious when I don't know what's gonna happen, you know? Because, like, most streams are, in fact, unpredictable, you know? And it's just nice to have something in control, you know, before that happens or whatever, you know? Yeah. I don't know. It's just silly. We're just silly. It's good water. You know what? How many frames did we get done with? 3? 3 frames. I'm gonna have some dots, some gumdrops, cause I got a box. I got a box with me. I'm very good at opening these boxes. Don't even worry about it. I'll have one. I'll tell you what it's like. I'll tell you what it's like. Hold on. It's red. That's all I can tell you. It tastes like red. Yeah, it's like cherry or something. That's awesome. Yeah, I love corn syrup. Jesus Christ, I love corn syrup. Best thing in the world. This is definitely S tier. If I had a Halloween candy tier list, this would be S tier. Yeah. You have a really cool skill of stringing together different ideas as you talk. You're smart, dude. Quint, thank you for that. I mean, I don't think that's true, but thank you. I mean, I think I just, you know, bounce from one topic to the next, but I'm glad you think they make sense together. Yes. Also, this song is not good. The song that's playing in the background. Who did this? Relax music meditation. Shut up. This dude is not good at this. No, he's fine. Also, I hope I didn't make you feel laughed at, but when I said the audio was loud, no. I didn't feel like you made me feel laughed at. I just felt silly. Not like I was laughed at. I just felt like, geez, I should have checked the audio beforehand, you know? Yeah. If you haven't had dots before, because I'm eating dots, watch out for the fact that they get stuck in your teeth. You know, sticky and whatnot. Like gum. You know about gum? I love gum. I have gum with me. I'm not gonna eat it, but I have it with me. I also have it, like, underneath my second monitor. Not to flex or anything, right? But, like, I didn't used to like gum. Like, I used to hate gum. Dentists loved that. Like, 9 out of 10 dentists love me for that, you know? I mean, I hate 9 out of 10 dentists, but, you know, they love me, I guess. But, like, yeah. Yeah, I used to really not like gum, but I love it now. Like, gum is awesome. You know why? I actually don't know why. I don't have a reason for why. I just like gum. You know, is this the Trim music again? I'm gonna pee my pants if it is, I swear to God. I love gum, but it's probably so bad for the earth. Is it? I swallow it. Swallow gum. This is my petition to make people swallow gum. Make swallowing gum mandatory. I swallow gum. I know Pauline swallows gum too. Good for her. Good for her. She knows what to do. She knows what's good for her. You know? As I say this, my stomach, of course, makes a sick noise, but at the same time, yes, I swallow it, and I'm not ashamed, right? Proud gum swallower. We need a... I'm actually gonna, There, that's the gum swallower pride flag. The pink means, bubblegum flavor bubblegum, and the blue is, blue raspberry bubblegum, and, wait. And the red is the mouth/throat that it goes down. This is the gum swallower pride flag, by the way. This is awesome. Gum swallower pride, this is awesome. I swallow my gum, and it's good for me. Not really. Not really. Not at all. Like, not at all. I mean, it's not actually that bad. It just doesn't get digested within the body. There are a bunch of stupid myths that are very gum swallower-phobic. Yeah, I just made that up. Gum swallower-phobic myths, right? Like one of which is like, oh, it'll stick your organs together. Stupid, idiot, dumb. Nobody says that. That's not true. Well, I mean, people do say that, but that's not true. It's not gonna stick your organs together. What are you talking about? You know? And then some people will be like, oh, it stays in your body for like 7 years. Shut up. No, shut up, no. Shut up. It's not true. It's not true. Or that it stays in your stomach for 7 years. Yeah, it doesn't do that. It doesn't do that. Like, it doesn't. It doesn't get digested, but like neither does corn. Right? Corn doesn't get digested. It just comes out all whole. You know? Same with gum. It just comes out in your you-know-what all whole. So, don't even worry about it. My grandmother used to say that. Not true. It doesn't happen. Yeah, tell your grandmother she's tell your grandmother you love her. I don't know. I wasn't about to insult your grandmother. But you know, you get it. But you know, gum swallowing, I encourage it. You know why? Better for the environment. Your body doesn't care. Yeah, it's not actually particularly bad for you. I would know. I've been doing it for since I started liking gum. Yeah, I mean, like, there's some gums that are just like unswallowable, like juicy fruit. I cannot swallow that for some reason. I mean, I also don't like juicy fruit. Like, I just straight up do not like juicy fruit. I don't know, like in the commercial, they're like, oh, what makes a juicy fruit so juicy? I had it. It's terrible. Juicy? What are you talking about? It's not juicy. It's like the driest thing I've ever had. It had like a bad gum texture to it. You know what's the best gum ever? I'm gonna recommend this to every child, every old person, every middle-aged person, every person out there. Chew 5 gum. Watermelon Prism 5 gum. It's watermelon. Take it. 5 gum, watermelon. That's where it's at. Swallow that. Do it. Swallow it. It's amazing. It's like actually, like, I'm not even kidding with it. Swallow 5 gum. You'll love it. Great experience. It's like regular candy. I knew it from those American Girl books. I used to tear through those books when I was a kid. Tear? That's not good for books. Books hate that. No, I'm kidding. I know you're kidding. But, yeah. I love watermelon gum. Now I want some. Yes. 5 gum specifically. Watermelon 5 gum. I'm gonna pull up a picture of it. Watermelon 5 gum. Hold on. This is it. This is it. This is what we want. Beautiful. Beautiful. Do not lick the computer screen. I swear to God, if you lick the computer screen, I will be severely pissed off at you. This is it. This is the stuff. I'm going crazy over this. 10 notes on Tumblr? I'm not gonna check that. That's crazy. You ever think about that? That's crazy. Watermelon 5 gum? Don't even mention that to me. I will go off. Was there any brand I liked before that? No. Nope. 5 gum, that's all. That's the only brand I can eat ever. When you're so passionate about gum. I'm passionate about a lot of things. When it comes to, like, food, there's specific food that I will only have from specific brands, and I will, like, die on that hill, you know? Like, let me tell you, margarita pizza, terrible. You know what's a good margarita pizza? Amy's margarita pizza. Do not question me on that. Margarita pizza from Amy's, I'm talking about the frozen food brand. They made frozen pizzas good, like crazy good, like actually crazy. Like my mouth is not watering. At least any abnormal amount is not watering. But look up. Hold on. Amy's margarita pizza. I'm looking it up. I spelled it wrong. This is it. This is it. Do you see this? Look at this. Okay. I know what this is. This is it. Like, legitimate. I'm going crazy thinking about this. I love this stuff. Like, I love this stuff. Like, they got, like, little mozzarella balls on it, and they, like, melt a little bit, but they're still whole, and, like, the really good pizza stuff. Listen to me. This is crazy. This is crazy. Do yourself a favor. Have a self-care day, and by self-care day, I mean pick up Amy's frozen margarita pizza, put it in the toaster oven for 10 minutes without preheating it, and you're done. You got it. And after that, it's got like a nice pizza water on it. I love pizza water. That's amazing. Gross. It's really good though. It's like I'm not even joking. It's really good. It's like actually really good. You need to get him Amy's margarita pizza. Wasn't the whole story behind the Amy's brand that like their daughter died and they were like, oh, she loves food, so hold on. Why did it go so far? There we go. Yeah, pizza oil or pizza water? Pizza water. Because it was frozen, and then when it's unfrozen, the ice that was on top of it melts into water. So it's pizza water. But it, adds moisture to it. I actually like how moist it is. People hate the word moist. I'm gonna say it anyway. I like how... Okay, I'm not actually gonna do that. I like how watery it is. And you enjoy that? I love it. I love it. It's crazy. I mean, actually, the pizza water doesn't really add anything to it. Like, it just doesn't. I mean, it's not, like, actually watery. It's, like, a little bit of moisture that collects at the top of the pizza, but it just makes it better. I don't know. It's just good. Listen to me. It's just good. Listen to me. It's just good. Trust me on this. Try it yourself. Pick up Amy's margarita pizza. Follow the instructions on the back, right? It's good. It's like actually good. I love that. You can find it at like Ralph's, or I think Albertsons is starting to carry it more. That's good stuff. It's like actually good stuff. There's this specific California Pizza Kitchen, CPK as people call it, right? I tried their margarita pizza there because I was coming at it from like the eyes of, oh, margarita pizza, just like how Amy's makes it, right? I'll order it, and then I did, and then it came, and I mean came as in they brought it to me. Jeez, get your mind out of the what, right? And like they brought it to me, and it was like the mozzarella balls weren't mozzarella balls, they were like big flat discs of mozzarella, and they were just like kind of hard. And like I took a bite out of it, it was like super dry. Where's the pizza water? Terrible. And like the sauce wasn't even cool. It was like, what? I mean, I don't want to be arrested for defamation against California Pizza Kitchen, but at the same time, just come on. You got pizza in the name. Do a better margarita pizza. You have the budget. You have the resources. Right? But no. They should invite Amy's over to the kitchen. I'm gonna yeah. Was the place you ordered from busy that day maybe? I mean as busy as they usually are. They can always handle a crowd. It's California Pizza Kitchen, People know about California. You know about California Pizza Kitchen. You know about you get it. You get it. Yeah. No. No. I mean, it was like it was a decent amount of busy, It wasn't like outrageously busy. They can like consistently they have like done good food. Like I do like California Pizza Kitchen, and when it comes to their food, usually I don't have a pizza there, I'll usually have like, I don't know, fusilli Alfredo, fettuccine Alfredo, whatever Alfredo, chicken piccata, whatever. They have a lot of good stuff there, just not the pizza. God, I can't get this line right. There we go. I got it right. But yeah, margarita pizza, not good there. Not good there. But like, I don't think it was even them just not making it right that one time, because that's how it looked in the picture. I mean, I didn't know that was a margarita pizza that they had in the picture, but it turned out that was what it was, which is stupid. It's like, have you seen Amy's? Get Amy. Just get Amy to come in. It's not that hard. California Pizza Kitchen. Come on, you can afford it. You can afford it. Come on, shut up. Shut up. I'm gonna have another gumdrop. Hold on. I'm gonna have another dots. I love this. This stuff drives me crazy. This is great stuff. I don't know. Some things are just only good from one brand, you know? I don't know what to tell you. Like the chicken dinosaurs, you ever know about those? You know about those? I love those. Is it Tyson? Does Tyson make the good ones? I don't know. It's one of the dinosaur brands. Like we kept I think it is Tyson. That we kept getting chicken dinosaurs from. And then when we tried one other brand because they didn't have any Tyson ones, they were just the worst. Like they were like squishy and the breading just fell apart. It wasn't good. Chicken dinosaurs, that's an S tier meal. I mean, not only is it chicken with breading on it, it's also shaped like a Triassic, Jurassic, whatever asic thing. That's awesome. We love reptiles / birds. I don't know anything about dinosaurs, if you can't tell. But they're shaped like them, and that's cool, right? And that just adds to the appeal of them. But when it's just bad breading, like whatever brand this was, unlike Tyson, the apex of the industry, you know, what's even the point? What's even the point? That's my question I pose to you. There's just something that's better than others, you know. Like I can't. Yeah, I just love brands. I just love capitalism, I think that's a problem. Nobody take that out of context, I swear to God. I love chicken dinosaurs with ketchup and those rigid farts. What are you talking about, ketchup? What are you talking about, ketchup? What are you talking about, ketchup? No, my brother loves them with ketchup. Does he? No, I actually don't know. But I don't like ketchup. I mean, yeah. We haven't actually made chicken dinosaurs in a while. We have them in the freezer. We should make them more. But no, ketchup. I don't really like ketchup, like, almost ever. You know, I just love capitalism, you know. Oh, unfortunate. Oh, deeply unfortunate. It's fine. It's fine. I don't know. Brands are great. Brands are great. I don't know what to tell you. I just love specific brands. That's called brand loyalty, right? I don't know. It would be funny if Amy's Pizza started being homophobic on Twitter and then I had to denounce Amy's forever. That wouldn't be funny. That would actually be very sad because that's the only person that makes good stuff. Oop. Oh, wait, what? Why did I mark it? Oh, because, yes. I can't believe Quinn said that you can believe it. Oh, can you believe it? Oh my God. Yes, it's fine. I get what you're saying now. That's so silly. That's the funniest thing. For a second, on my screen, like, here, let me show it. Like your little message that you did was like red, and I thought, oh, was Twitch like blacklisting that? Did that have a blacklisted word? Because I've like blacklisted all the slurs you can think of, and I was like, what? And sometimes it'll just like act up and just act like you said a blacklisted word when you didn't. But no, it's just that's what happens when somebody uses the specific characters of your username, which is interesting. I'm sorry. No, don't worry about it. You didn't do anything. It was Twitch. I'm being silly at. Twitch is just silly. You know, they got some silly stuff going on. Yeah, I wish I could see like the mod dashboard. Right, that's what it called. What it's called? Because I checked it today for like the first time I saw the mod dashboard, which has a lot more options than what Streamlabs gives you in terms of stream moderation, which is interesting. And I mean, I get it, right? Because like you want to focus only on one thing, and that is the stream, right? And I do like the layout of Streamlabs. It's just, you know, it's kind of silly, you know. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. We're doing fine. How's this guy looking? We're good. I think this might be the last frame that I do in this portion of the animation, like in this specific portion, not in the animation in total. This is, I think, just this one. Yeah, because I accidentally, when it came to editing it together, I just completely forgot about this whole part right here, you know, because I don't know, I didn't expect it to be such a big part that I had to make its own frames for. Right? I should actually cut it off right here. Split. Why not? Why not? Just for when I do it. You get it. Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully this covers it. It's just like some, you know, this guy moving around. Why not? Why not? Because, yeah, I'm like legitimately trying, maybe a little too hard when it comes to this. Because I know, like, there's some animations of these guys of oneyplays. I love these guys. That I've seen that are like really good, like crazy good. Let me actually hold on. Let me quickly get them so I can reference specific ones. I have them saved in my inspiration folder. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's like at the bottom, I think. There's like two or three that are like really crazy to me. Yeah. One of them, oneyplays animated mum comes in. That's what it's called, as in like mom, but like with a U. Yeah, that's a good one. That's like by Rizatch. That's a very good one. Another one by Hayden DA, which is oneyplays animated spreader man. Very cool. These are like really good ones that I'm seeing. Like crazy quality of them. It's your favorite song playing. Yes, I can tell. Yeah, no, Trim pissing me off. But like, there's like a lot of really good oneyplays animateds out there that like I aspire to be as good at, you know, when it comes to this. But since I've looked at them, because it's just good to see like what the community is. There it is. There's the audio cue. Because like whenever I look at like what the community has to offer, to see like what I can compare my work to, because I want to compare my work to others, right? It's just good to see like the other quality of them. And even though there is like a lot that are legitimately really good, they're just overshadowed by so many like ones where the people, they don't care. You know, they don't care, which is a bit of a waste, isn't it? Because like oneyplays animateds get like a decent amount of attention, like just in general, you know. So you'd think if you're gonna have that many eyes on you, just like if that comes with what you're doing, why don't you like try hard on it, you know? Sell them on your content. I mean, a lot of the people that do make these for like jokes, like they don't care about them, you know. They don't really have any other videos on their channel, which I guess I understand. But at the same time, you know, I don't know. I don't know. It's just kind of, I just don't really understand where those people are coming from. But you know, to each his own, right? It's fine. I'm just trying like very hard on mine, you know. Yeah. Yeah, it's okay. I would have liked to better like done the composition a little bit differently, because there are a lot of like medium shots in this. Yeah, like by medium shots I mean where it's like the from the waist up, you know, which is okay, you know. There's nothing wrong with having several medium shots, but when it's a majority of your shot composition, it can get a little boring. But I don't know, this is a 1 minute thing, you know. Maybe people won't notice. Hopefully people won't notice, actually. We'll see how that goes. I don't know. I'm just trying really hard on the animation right now. I'm just trying to make it as smooth as possible. Maybe like the cleanup work and stuff, maybe that'll pay it back to you. I don't know. Make it up, I guess. It's fine. How long is this actually? 1 minute 58 seconds. Okay. All right. By the way, these ones are just like, that's like, those aren't actual frames. This is the storyboard of it, just so I know where to put the things. You get it. Yeah, that's a lot of stuff I'm gonna be doing. But I do actually like, last time I mentioned that in Sony Vegas there's a little mechanic where whenever you put down a frame, you have to like shorten each frame individually. I managed to find a way, like I looked it up. There is a way to actually make that easier, and I know that now. And I think I am actually going to be able to finish this section of it by the end of the stream. And so when I do that, I'll show you. Sorry if I said something upsetting. You didn't. Don't worry about it. You're doing fine. You're doing fine. Something I don't want to think about though is just the amount of lip sync I'm going to have to do. A part of me just kind of wishes that I just made it so that it is just the beard like moving up and down whenever he talks, Because in the original design of him, he's got a little smile coming in. But at the same time, it would have been so much easier if it's just covered up completely, and the beard's just like going up and down. Like that would be so much easier than actual lip sync. But at the same time, you know, lip sync looks better, right? People like lip sync when you do it well, at least. This is a new song. I haven't heard this one. Have I? No, I think this is a new one. Huh. Good on oh wait, this is the second thing. This is the second song on the streaming playlist. Cuz we have two. We have the first one by Relax Music Meditation, and this other one by Stream of Melodies. So shout out to those guys for being the only ones to make mixes of non-copyrighted calm jazz music or whatever. Let me actually turn it down a little bit, I think. Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. It's fine. We're good. I don't know why I'm trying so hard to make the sketch so polished or whatever. I mean, like, now I'm actually making it a little bit messy, but because it is just a sketch, you know. I don't really care that much about the line quality of it because I'm just filling stuff in right now. Yeah. I mean, I am getting a little bit messier, like around the individual parts, because I don't know if this is like every animator that focuses on this, but like there's just something so satisfying to me about just like adding the little lines between the red and the green parts, you know, like because like the previous frame or the forward frame is green and the previous frame is red, right? And like just filling them in like somewhere in the middle is just so satisfying to me for some reason. I don't know why. I just like to get it exactly in the middle, you know? I don't know. And it does look better when it's in the middle, right? I'm gonna turn it down a little bit more. Just a little bit. There you go. Is that too quiet? Okay, I'll turn it up a little bit. This is good music. I actually like this music a lot better. This is good. I hope this is not copyrighted. If it isn't, then I'm gonna come for Stream of Melodies' head on this one. If it's not copyrighted, so if it is copyrighted, I mean, yeah, because he said it isn't. So we'll see how that goes. I have been much more of a stickler in terms of like copyrighted and non-copyrighted music. Like after BGM said, "Oh, we're gonna demonetize all your videos," pissed me off. So now I'm more of a stickler on audio is good, and I think I might lurk a bit because I'm pretty tired. Sorry, dude. Don't worry about it. It's fine. We're doing okay. Yeah. I mean, it is getting a little bit harder for me to like carry on going from topic to topic, and I don't say this to make you feel bad or anything, but it is a little bit harder for me to carry on from topic to topic than it would be like, I don't know, if quarantine wasn't happening. Because with like quarantine, right, it kind of discourages me from having other life experiences outside of the house, you know, because you're not supposed to go outside the house because something coronavirus, you know. And that just makes it a little bit harder for me to have fun stories to tell, you know? But something I am excited about, actually, is, and I talked about this a little bit on the last stream, but the book I illustrated for, right? I guess the author, I should say, Steve Hoisel, love that guy. He said, like, the book was like a smash hit. That's what he said. So that's cool. So I am expecting some kind of check. Yeah, some kind of check or something. Soon, hopefully. I'm gonna actually see how this goes. Yeah, it's a slow frame rate when it's showing it back to us, but we'll just watch it through. But the guy Steve Weissel, he said it was a smash hit. So I haven't gotten a check about the book yet, but hopefully soon I do. And when I do, I'll be very excited, because I already kind of have something planned that I want to save it up for, you know? How does this look? Wait. That looks good. You know what? That looks good. That looks good. Let me type in File Explorer though. Let me get File Explorer to come up. Come on, bring it up. Oop, don't see that. Don't look at that. It's a secret. I don't want you to see my files. I'm just gonna pull up my files for a second so I can do a little thing. Sketch, frames. Here we go. Okay, watch this, watch this. Go here. Select all of the frames that we've saved beforehand. Hold on, it's gotta load. And then we delete them. Oh, no, trust me. This is how you do it, trust me. And then go to export layers. Watch this. Watch this. Export layers, come on. And then frames. Select folder. Yes. And then it'll take a second. It'll take a second because the canvas is big, and also we have a lot of layers. It says it's not responding to me, but it will. Trust me. Yeah, but when I do inevitably get my first check, I'm gonna like toss aside a majority of it to, you know, savings and all that, and like $20 to $30, something like that, I'm gonna spend on some Walmart military grade, right, their words, combat boots, like a specific pair that are like very cool, you know, actual combat boots, like tactical combat boots. That's awesome because I don't have any shoes other than the ones that I wear, at least any shoes that fit me other than the ones I wear. And is this the same song? Is this the same Troom song? No, it can't be. It can't be. I don't think so. Let's just hope it isn't. But yeah, combat boots. So that will be exciting, right? When that comes. This is taking a while, but you know, hopefully he'll tell me when he sends the check for the book, which I am excited for, right? So excited to get my first actual like freelance check thing, cause that's cool. Cause this is like the first time I've done an actual professional freelancing. It is the same song. It was the same song. I can't escape it. Literally. Who is this guy? Who is this bozo? Stream of melodies. I'm gonna get this guy. This guy's pissing me off. No, it's okay. This is taking a bit. This is taking a little bit. You guys, John Fire Alpaca doing okay? Doing okay in the servers? Needs to hurry this up. Come on, guys. This is taking a lot longer than it usually does. Probably because I'm streaming in the background. It takes up extra, you know, whatever. Takes up extra, I don't know, RAM or something. Come on. Why is it taking so... Okay, I'm just gonna... You know what? While we're waiting for that, let me open up the boots. Show you the boots. Where is it? Where is it? What? Boot. Don't look at my bookmarks. You're there, come on. Interceptor Men's Force Tactical Steel Toe Work Boots, black leather, $29.77. Only one left. Steve better hurry it up a little bit. No, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna rush him with the check, but ooh, look at this. It's got laces and a steel toe. Where is it? Steel toe for turf stomping. What? Don't tell anyone I said that. That's awesome. Boots. This is it. Gazetted tongue. Gross. I don't know what that means. Breathable upper, so my feet can breathe. Padded collar, so my padded collar, and ladder grip for security. That's it. That's good. This is good. Slip resistant. You see this? This is crazy. This is sexy. This is like actually sexy. People say things are sexy. This is sexy. I'm going crazy over that. Don't even ask me about that. And it's done. No. Okay. Are you ready for this? You're not ready for this. Are you ready for this? You're not ready for this. Alright. So here's the way you're describing it. I mean, I'm just reading what it says, bud. Yeah, this is great. It's great. Okay, hold on. I already ruined it. I already screwed it up. Alright, here we go. This is how we do it. First we look for it based on the tiny little thumbnails it gives us. Not that, not that. Here we go. Right here. Go from here to, where does it end? Where does it end? Like here. Yeah, right here. There we go. And it selects all the frames for us. And then we drag it over to here. Wait. Nope. Nope. Get that out of here. I didn't mean to do that. Hold on. Oops. That was not me, I swear. Okay. Where did we leave? Okay. And then we put it... Yeah, we put it here. Okay. Alright, I get it. And you see it's thinner than it was last time. Because last time, whenever you would load a file in, it was like this big. Every file was like that big, and you had to make it smaller, but this is better. This is easier. Now we can select the whole pair, right? And then right click, and then click on group, create new, and now it's just one big group, right? Watch this. And then to make sure we get the specific size right, we're gonna put it over here. Make it a little smaller. Nope, not what I wanted. Smaller, just by like one thing. And then we put it back right here. And now we, okay. And then we control U, right, to ungroup it.
We went into a...
Ooh. Like over here. Make that one last longer. And then take the rest. Separate it. Nope. Like there. Put it over here. Like right there, why not? Because that's where there's a little space in the audio. Stretch it. Maybe, yeah, separate this one from the rest. Stretch it more to over here. Yeah. Okay. Let's see how it goes.
We went into a Best Buy. We happened to be just grabbing something nearby, and Best Buy was next door. And I was like, "You want?"
Yeah, that's good. We're good. What program is this? This is Sony Vegas Pro 13. Yes, costs money usually, but let's just say I have a friend who gifted it to me. Wink. And therefore, I got it for free. Because they gifted it to me. Wink. Get it? See what I'm getting at? You get it. How does this look again?
We went into a Best Buy. We happened to be just grabbing something nearby, and Best Buy was next door. And I was like,
yeah, okay, that's good. That's good for me. I need to erase that mouth part there. Yeah, I'll do it later. That looks good to me. You know what? I'll actually do it now. I'm actually gonna erase the mouth part now. Because, he's still talking in this area. Not there. Here? Wait. No, there's like a... Oh, that's his arm. Okay. Alright, and then I'll put like a little, fill. And then fill it here too. And fill it here too. Yeah, I'll fill that in. Then fill it. Nope. That's all we need to do. I'm not gonna save it separately now because I don't feel like waiting for it. Because like you saw how long that was, you know, how long that was that we had to wait for it. Yeah. But next time I do save it, like in bulk, you know, I'll be able to do that kind of thing. Yeah. Now I'm gonna have to work on this one, this cute little frame. I don't think I'm gonna actually work on the background. I don't know what I'm gonna do for the background because I still haven't designed that little area that they're in. Yeah, that's how it's going. He's just eating that. Don't even worry about it. I think I'll add like a minimal, because he's not gonna be lip syncing here because this is, you know, he's recalling this in the story.
We went into a Best Buy. We happened to be just grabbing something nearby, and Best Buy was next door, and I was like, "You want to?"
That was good. That was good. That was good. Come on. Come on. You gotta admit, that was good. That was pretty cool. You have to admit that. You have to admit that. At least. At the very least, that was cool. At the very least. Was it?
We went into a Best Buy. We happened to be just grabbing something nearby, and Best Buy was next door, and I was like,
Yeah, I'll take it. Oh, I love that guy. Oh, I love that guy. What a cool dude. Okay, I'm gonna just animate like a little bit of his little finger moving, like scratching his little beard area. Come on, come on, like something like that, like this. There we go. Nope. I need to do this better. Who is that next to him? That's Zach. That's Zach. They have the this is the guy we're animating the most. Tomar. This is Zach. This is Chris, and this is Lyle, who doesn't say anything, so he's not very much animated. And this is like the nameless Best Buy guy. Yeah. So this is Chris, who is also there in the story. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about that. Those are just the little guys. Also, yeah. The reason why he has a big nose, by the way, it's not anti-Semitic. I swear, he's not Jewish. He's not Jewish. Because like. Well, okay. So the oneyplays thumbnails to all their videos are like drawn for the most part, either drawn or 3D models, which is very cool. And whenever they the little character design that they give Zach always has a big nose, mainly because the way his voice sounds is like very nasally because he has a deviated septum, and he's okay with it. I mean, I wouldn't do it like that if it was like a sore topic for him or whatever, for him to be drawn like that, because it is kind of a little bit making fun of the deviated septum, I admit. But I mean, that's how he's okay. That's how like he portrays himself everywhere. So I'm just going with it, you know. And that's why he's got a big nose, because deviated septum makes it sound like that. You get it. You get it. Yeah, and I'll animate this. Yeah, I'll animate this. I'll just make this like super smooth for no reason. Why not? I don't know if I should completely color in the beard. You know what? I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, like this. Yeah, like this. That was weird though that the trim music is also in here though. You know, I mean, this specific mix is like 48 minutes long. So I don't expect it to like loop any of the music. At least I hope it doesn't loop the music. If it does, I will get very pissed off, you know. But I mean, yeah, the person who made the background mix of music, Stream of Melodies, right? That's the channel name. I understand, like, yeah, like it makes sense that the only ones, the only channels that have bossa nova in them, that's like copyright free, you know, or jazz or whatever that's copyright free, I'll loop them, and it's all just copyright free music that they find on the internet. Like, I guess I understand that. I am very congested, by the way. Yeah, my dad has a deviated septum, but I don't believe it alters his voice. However, I know what you mean. A mix in which every other song is. Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you listen to Zach, his name is Zach Hadel. You can look up Zach Hadel, Psychic Pebbles, whatever. You can tell his voice is very much altered. I think there's different degrees of alteration when it comes to deviated septums, because I've seen I guess I've heard people with deviated septum voices who don't really stand out. But when it comes to Zach Hadel, when I first listened to it, I was like, is he putting on a voice? Because it stands out, I guess I could say. I mean, not to be mean to him, I think he's like a really good voice actor, and he's like really funny. Like, he's a funny guy. I want to say that, you know. Like, I kind of look up to him in a way, in how he's just like so good at being funny, you know. But like, yeah, his voice is very interesting. I'll say that, you know. And I think it's because of deviated septum. But yeah, a mix in which every other song is the trim one. Yes, I think that's because like like, it makes sense that the only ones that aren't copyrighted are like not very good quality, I feel, because BGM, right, as much as I want to make fun of them, because they piss me off by demonetizing every one of my videos. I get why they, you know, have, like, copyrighted their music, because they made the music, you know? They don't want people to steal it. And, yeah, that just makes sense to me, because they spent time making all that music, you know? They make it themselves, I'm pretty sure, and they copyrighted it, right? And so, you know, if they spend so much time into making the music, they, you know, don't want to make sure it doesn't get stolen. But this mix, right? The dude he didn't make any of the music. He just, you know, put it all together. And so I understand he wouldn't really care as much about that, you know, just looping them, because also I don't think people would notice, right? Like if the song wasn't the song that was at the start of every Troom Troom video, I don't think we would notice, like, that he looped the songs over and over again, you know? It just takes one song that's very, like, noticeable to be looped a few times for you to understand, oh, he looped it. Great. You know? Yeah. It's just silly. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. I'm sorry to say. It's just silly. I'm just gonna loop the frames. Yeah. Yeah, why not? I'm just gonna copy them. I'm just gonna copy the frames, why not? 1, 2, 3. Like this one? Yeah. There we go. You're so good at animating, Quinn. Thank you. Thank you for that. I have been animating for a decently long time, I want to say. God, I'm so congested. God, I'm sorry. I'm very, very congested. I hate it. But yeah. Thank you. Thank you for that. I'm gonna animate these two parts separately. Should I? No. No, I will. One will be over the other. Yeah, I'm gonna delete this after I finish doing that, but yeah. And then I'm gonna, you know, I'm pushing it in. I like some of your tweening ones. Thank you. I don't really tween that much because the tweening, it's hard to get, like, a good, satisfying movement to it. At least it was hard for me. I understand how you can make tweening snappy and all that if you, like, do all the things individually. But Sony Vegas doesn't have the same kind of tweening software that people who do tweening professionally use, you know? Like, Sony Vegas... Here, let me actually show you. The way that you tween with Sony Vegas is a lot more simplified than the way that people tween with other programs, because I've seen, like, speed tweens or whatever, where people will do, like, speed paints of them tweening animations, right? Like, let me show you. The most you can do is, like, so this is the starting frame, right? Then you make a second one over here, then you zoom it in a little bit or whatever, or, like, you know, or make it go up or make it go down, you know, or I guess it's inverted, so this would be making it go up and this would be making it go down, right? Or, like, you do that, you know, silly things like that. It's not really a whole lot you get to do with it. I mean, if you separate the specific parts of the body, like all of them, you can make some fun stuff happen, but there's limitations to it, you know, and it takes a lot of patience. And with Sony Vegas, it's just really hard for me to do it with the interface, you know. I'm not faulting Sony Vegas. I think their software is, like, really good, actually, but for me, the software is just harder for me to do any, like, a lot of work, you know. I mean, if I got really good at it, which I could have if I really tried, then I could have, you know, the interface probably wouldn't have mattered as much to me. But where it stands right now, I'm not a huge fan. You know, I prefer hand-drawn animation, and for me, I prefer how it looks because I'm better at it, you know. But I have seen some really good people who are very good at tweened animation. Jake Neutron, for instance, is a YouTube animation person who does really, really beautiful tweens. I would suggest Jake Neutron. Is that his name? I think that is his name, Jake Neutron. He mainly does, like, Steven Universe stuff and, like, hardly ever posts like, tween animations, but his Doki Doki Literature Club stuff is, like, really good. Like, really good. I think that's, like, one of his most popular videos, but he's like really good at that. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, he's really good. I like his Sonic animation. I haven't seen that. I haven't watched that guy's videos in a while. I like went on a mass unsubscribing spree and ended up unsubscribing them because he just posts a lot of the Steven Universe stuff that I don't really care about. You know, but you know, you get it. Where's his thumb? Is that his thumb? This is a funny song. Is this his thumb? Wait, let me... No, that's just a finger. That's just a finger. This is like a really funny song. Who made this? This is silly. This is like actually silly. Okay. His body is moving a little bit too with it. I'll have to animate the whole thing. Okay. Okay, I'll do it. Just this once, just for you. Okay, and then his arm moves up with it as well. It's like the whole body moving, it's a big movement. You get it. And his legs don't move. Okay. Make the legs move. I actually prefer, like, I like animating Zach's character design more than this guy, Tomar. Mainly because it's a lot simpler. You see that? Simple. Easy. This guy, he's got a hat. He's got a hat. That makes it harder. He has no eyebrows. He has thick eyebrows. You see it? You see it. Yeah, I like this guy. Plus the little fluff of hair is fun to animate a little bit. You know, get to do woo, go like that. Just for a little bit, you know. It's nice and bouncy. Even though it deviates a little bit from like the base character design that that they usually draw with. Yeah. You can, yeah. If you look up oneyplays, you'll probably see some of their some of the thumbnails that they draw. A lot of the thumbnails that they do are like really beautiful, like beautiful in a kind of weird way, you know, kind of ugly way. I say beautiful as in like the line art is super clean. You know, the shading is really good. Like the one that Gooseworks did for their, because they recently started playing the Spooky's House of Jumpscares remastered DLC, where they basically redo all the assets and everything, make everything more detailed in HD, right? The thumbnail of those videos that Gooseworks did, I love Gooseworks, by the way. That thumbnail is legitimately like actually kind of beautiful to me. Even though it's like really silly, but like, okay. oneyplays Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion. Is that what it's called? That's what it's called now, right? Yeah, not that one, not that one. This one. Can I get a bit? Hold on. I'm not gonna spend too long on this, but give it to me. Yeah, this one. I like legitimately love this. Like, this is like actually really good. Look at how clean the line art is, and like the shading here, because that's a little callback. And I like legitimately love the expressiveness that like Gooseworks captured here. Like, it's actually beautiful. I actually love it. I like actually love it. Like, this is actually really good. Like Gooseworks, I love Gooseworks. She's awesome. This is great. Like the wrinkles here around the waist area, and like the like body horror part with this, like, it's really good. That's all I'm gonna say. It's like actually really good. Gooseworks, I love you. I love you, Gooseworks. Awesome. That was such a good, yeah. I really love their thumbnails. Like every thumbnail that they do for their videos is like legitimately fun. Like actually fun, you know. My brother hates them. He hates the thumbnails, but I love them. They're great. It's so clean cut and good. I know what you mean. Yeah, Gooseworks is awesome. Give Gooseworks a cute little follow on the Twitters. She's cool. She makes good music, actually. I like really good music, along with her very cool artwork. She's very awesome / neat. You know, that's awesome. I don't know. You know, oneyplays very cool. Yeah, I would love to draw thumbnails for them someday, but that's probably not gonna happen. You know, because my art, I don't have many examples of my art that like is similar to them. Because every now and then they'll go on Twitter and say, "Hey, we need more thumbnail artists. You know, give us your portfolio or whatever." And even if I did get to the level that they would like the level of Gooseworks with the, you know, good with the body horror and whatnot, which I think I could pull off, probably, maybe a little bit, you know. Even if I did that, there's still like millions of other people, not millions, more thousands of other people that can also do what I would be able to do, you know. Even if it's a doodle, if it has a good color scheme and lighting, it's fun to see. Yes. I don't know. A lot of the thumbnails do also have like good shading and whatnot. Like the one that was for their Amnesia Rebirth series that they have going on the channel. Very cool. It's just in general really good. Good stuff. I love those guys. Very cool. How does this look? This looks fine. Where is his... Okay, so like the lip area comes out a little bit here. Is that... His mouth is all the way over there for that. Yeah, it looks about on model. I'll go with it. Why not? Why not? We're good. I want to make the saliva drip a little bit more. As gross as that sounds. You know, just a little bit. Make it slide down when I animate it. I think they'll like that, right? Yeah, no guarantee that they'll actually see this, but I don't know. It would be nice, I guess, because I like those guys. I like those guys. Yeah, they're just cool. They're just funny. Oh my god, I didn't notice. Guess what? Guess what time it is? You can just barely see it down there, just barely. Oh my god, it is 6:35 p.m. We've been streaming for 2 hours and 5 minutes. Can you believe that? I can't. I can actually. Because I've been, yeah. Okay, so I'll see you next time, I suppose. Yeah, thank you for tuning in today. Today's stream, animation stream, oneyplays animation. Yeah, you get it. Twitch. Yeah, have a nice day. You too have a nice day. Thank you. I'm gonna be streaming next time on Thursday at 4:30. Hopefully Pauline can join me. If she can't, another animation stream. Here we go. How many can we do? We can do a few. Yep. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for joining me. Good night. Good day. Good night. Good evening. Good afternoon. Goodbye. Yes, goodbye.